Former President Jimmy Carter made history again today as he turned 100. He continues to be the longest living American president ever. And probably no one is more happy about him reaching this milestone than his personal pastor, Tony Lowden. Pastor Lowden doesn't do many interviews, but he was gracious enough to share his relationship with President Carter with 13 WMAZ, a relationship that started with a Sunday sermon and a phone call.
Tony, this is Jimmy Carter. I just wanted to tell you how much we appreciated you coming yesterday.
The call that started it all. It was in 2018, and Pastor Tony Lowden preached a sermon the day before about love at Maranatha Baptist Church, President Carter's church in Plains, Georgia.
I was blown away. First, I pulled over on the side of the road because I had to make a decision. Do I call this number back? Do you call the 39th President of America back on his cell phone? What do you do? And so I finally got up enough courage to call him back.
How could Pastor Lowden know that phone call would lead to a call to service and a friendship like none other?
I really don't even call myself his pastor most of the time. He's my friend. Miss Rosalind was my friend. Every time I go to see him, he asks me 4 questions. Where have you been? What have you done? Who have you helped? And how can I help you help them?
And when Pastor Lowden was called to work in criminal justice reform years later, President Carter had one question for him.
Are you still going to be my pastor? Because that means you have to come on every weekend and you have to minister to me and continue to be my pastor because we made a commitment.
A commitment the president and his pastor keep to this day.
I try to make every time I go down to see him a good day.
It's not always easy. Have you even let your mind go there when he is going to meet his Lord and Savior? How do you think it's going to be for you?
That's a tough one for me. Because we have such a bond. Selfishly, I don't want him to go. I would love to see him make it to 105. I know that one day the Lord's going to say, well done, my faithful servant, come on. You've done enough.
Pastor Lowden wants to take the lessons he's learned from the Carters and pass them on to his 6-year-old daughter, Tabitha.
We always play with them, and I always bring orchids to Miss Rosalind.
It's not too early for us to teach our kids about being a servant leader.
And to his future congregation at Jabez Ministries in Byron.
We're going to look at ways of saying, how can we help you? Where have you been? What have you done? Who have you helped? And how can we help you help them?
A legacy of servant leadership, a call to serve those around the world, around the state, and those closer to home. A call Pastor Lowden continues to answer.
Thank you very much for coming. This is Jimmy Carter. Bye-bye.
It was such an honor to talk with Pastor Lowden. His goal is to open his new church right before Thanksgiving as a way of giving thanks. Pastor Lowden shared so much about President Carter, including a trip he took with him to a cemetery in Autry. To hear that part of my conversation and how it really shaped President Carter and Pastor Lowden's understanding of the president, go to 13WMAZ.com.